Hello everyone, welcome. I am Evgenia Antoniou, and in this video we will go through some of the enhancements released by SAP SuccessFactors for the second half of 2024. There's a lot happening right now, with AI being one of the hottest technology topics. Within SuccessFactors, it offers opportunities to accelerate HR processes, improve interactions with employees, and create better people experiences. We'll be hosting dedicated sessions on AI soon, where we can dive deeper into it. For today, though, let's focus on other key highlights that also have a huge impact. More specifically, I'd like to talk about the latest people profile that SAP recently announced, which is set to fully replace the current one by the second release of 2025. And let's not forget quick actions. These are continuously evolving, with each release adding even more value and flexibility. Let's dive into it. The latest people profile, built on the Spotlight concept introduced in the previous release, completely transforms how end users navigate the system and access employee data. The layout is user-friendly, with information segmented into various cards, similar to what we used to call sections. Navigating from Spotlight to the full profile is seamless. Portlets are organized on the left side of the screen, and the cards are presented in an all-in-one view for easy reading and streamlined access. Let's explore the pros and cons of this change and why we're excited about it. On the plus side, the new view mode highlights only the most relevant information. In many cases, you can even customize which data is visible. Additionally, any fields without data are automatically hidden, creating a cleaner interface. When you need more details, each card offers options to view all, edit, or view history, providing easy access to current, upcoming, or in-progress changes for each employee, like data that are pending approval and so on. However, there are a few points to watch out for now, at least. The latest profile still lacks some functionalities we had in the previous version, such as reordering fields in the job info card, for example, or adding custom cards within standard portlets. These limitations will likely be addressed in future updates, and I anticipate even more great features coming soon. Finally, since this update will impact end users, I recommend preparing an adoption roadmap to support change management and ensure a smooth transition. And here is an exciting point. The latest profile integrates seamlessly with quick actions, allowing end users to decide with ease whether to review an employee spotlight or initiate a process on the spot. Quick actions were initially introduced by SAP to streamline tasks that would otherwise require navigating multiple sections within Employee Central. Now, employees, managers, and HR representatives can view or update data effortlessly, saving time and energy. To activate quick actions, simply create a template with the necessary information, update role-based permissions, and you're all set. Managers, for example, can promote employees or delegate workflows without even needing to log into SuccessFactors. Additional quick actions are now accessible directly in Teams with straightforward integration that doesn't require additional license. Quick actions cover a wide range of scenarios, including changes to personal, employment, or position data, as well as promotions, transfers, and more. On a side note, do keep in mind that quick actions are a prerequisite for using the AI Copilot, Joule. In today's fast-paced environment, this is especially valuable for organizations that prioritize employee and manager self-service. To summarize, this latest release introduces powerful enhancements, with the latest people profile and quick actions setting the stage for even more improvements ahead. These features are designed to make HR tasks more efficient and user-friendly, with no training required, all while maintaining data consistency across the platform. Embrace the change, stay updated, and don't hesitate to reach out if you'd like to learn more about Employee Central. Thank you for watching.
Hi, everyone, and welcome again. I'm Evangelia Banayodu. I'm the solution lead for time management here in AKT, and we will now see together some of the major highlights in time management for SAP SuccessFactors for this second half 2024 release. We are thrilled to announce that each new release in time management continues to bring exciting advancements. We are particularly pleased to share that several key features previously offered with restricted availability are now universally accessible for all users. In this attached table, we have highlighted a range of new features intended for either time off or time tracking or both. But for the purposes of this webinar, we will focus on three key enhancements. We encourage you, though, to register for our upcoming webinars and participate in the SAP community sites to explore all the innovative features available in this latest release. In this webinar, we will specifically highlight the new and enhanced functionality for generating time-related statements. We will also revisit the monthly timesheets feature, which is now generally available, along with the updated monthly calendar user interface. Lastly, we will discuss on the integration of Microsoft Teams apps with the Time Off module, an exciting new addition to the SuccessFactors suite that is sure to enhance the employee user experience. Both available for admins and employees through self-service, time statements represent a significant enhancement in document generation for time management. These statements can be fully customized to display the necessary layout and information, covering either weekly or monthly periods. They provide critical data on employees' time, including planned working hours, absences, time balances, and pay elements based on the recorded information. Additionally, time statements can be easily downloaded or sent via email as PDF files. By utilizing time statements, organizations can create dynamic representations of key insights related to time and attendance for employees. Employees can generate and view their statements independently whenever this is needed. The information represented in these statements is based on real-time recorded data, but please do have in mind that in order to use the time statements feature, you would need to have the time tracking license. In the first half of 2024, we introduced an exciting feature with restricted availability at the time that allowed employees to submit their timesheets on a monthly basis instead of just weekly. This functionality is now generally available, enabling organizations to activate and configure it independently without the need of SAP support. Additionally, employees can now view their time and attendance in a more intuitive format, choosing between a list of either calendar or monthly view. This includes newly available information such as planned working times, holidays, and temporary work schedules. Another great enhancement is the ability for employees to copy an entire week of time records to their timesheets, making their time recording process even more efficient and user-friendly. The introduction of monthly timesheets addresses a significant gap in time recording for organizations. With its general availability and the ongoing enhancements of relevant monthly calculation capabilities, this feature is poised to meet expectations and serve as an excellent option for time management implementations. We conclude with the introduction of Microsoft Teams integration. This seamless integration is now available across the entire SAP SuccessFactors suite, and time management is no exception. Employees can now use the Microsoft Teams app to request time off, view their time account balances, approve pending absences, sync the upcoming time absences or public holidays directly to their Microsoft Teams calendar. With the quick actions, employees can now easily plan their time off and view their calendars without the need to switch to another app. The great advantage is that no additional configuration is required for time off, as all data validations, rules, and alerts are automatically upheld. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention and stay tuned for more exciting updates and features coming your way.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica Boyko, and I will walk you through some highlights of the recruiting module release. I have highlighted some of the most interesting topics here, and one key takeaway is that SAP continues to invest in AI capabilities for the recruitment module. Over the next few minutes, I will take you through 3 selected topics that I had like to share with you. In this webinar, we will focus on some of the new AI-assisted features, the updated candidate authentication method, and a quick look at a minor but impactful changes for the daily work with the module. Our first topic is AI-assisted job skills for candidates. In the previous release, AI helped us extract skills from a candidate's resume. Now, with this new release, we have a skill cloud, as you can see here, that displays the extracted skills, allowing us to easily see which ones met the job the candidate is considering. The second new feature is the ability to search for jobs based on a candidate extracted skills. So once a candidate uploads their resume, we can suggest job opportunities that align with their skills. So you will see you're going to have like a box to upload the resume, and then in the career side, the candidate will receive the suggestions based on the skills match. And this is the reason why I have selected to show you these items. The benefits for AI-assisted skills in the career side are improved skills matching, highlights relevant skills for better job fit, and better candidate experience that shows candidates how their skills align with the job. And the benefits for the job recommendation based on skills, it also improves the candidate experience. So candidates receive tailored jobs recommendations based on their unique skill sets, which improves the chances of finding roles they are qualified and interested in. And also streamlined application process. So by showing candidates job openings that match their skills, the system minimizes the time candidates spend searching and applying. The next topic I would like to show is the AI-assisted job skills validation for job requisition. So recruiters can leverage AI-assisted tools to extract skills from a job requisition, allowing them to review and define the essential skills needed for the position. This helps refine the job description to better identify candidates whose skills align with the job's requirements. Recruiters can perform following actions to enhance the skills listed in job requirements. Add, remove, and save skills in the job requisition to control the visibility of listed skills on the career site. Categorize skills as primary or secondary to better match candidates based on how their skills align with the job requirements. The applicant management system has been improved with an AI-assisted skills matching feature, enabling you to see the total number of skills in an applicant's resume that align with the primary and secondary skills specified in the job description that we just saw. Skills are now categorized into primary, secondary, relevant, and unmatched skills. Recruiters can select any skills on the skills comparability page to identify where it was originally part of the job description extracted from the applicant's resume or manually added by the applicant during the application process. And now for the benefits of using the AI skills assisted in job requisition and applicant management. So improve candidate fit by accurately defining and refining essential skills in the job description. Recruiters can attract candidates whose qualification align closely with the role's requirements, leading to better job match. And better candidate filtering. Categorizing skills as primary or secondary, as we just saw, enables recruiters to filter candidates more effectively, prioritizing those who met most critical skills for the position and ensuring a more targeted selection process. Recruiting administrators can now use the SAP Customer Data Cloud for authenticating candidates within the external career site. And the options that we have now available as part of this release are registration with phone number using SMS. So candidates can register using their phone number, receiving a verification code via SMS. And this method adds a layer of security by verifying the candidate's phone number. We have the multi-factor authentication, passwordless authentication, social media registration, that candidates can register using their social media accounts, specifically Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn. And it simplifies the registration process by allowing the candidates to use their social credentials. And we still have the basic authentication with email and password, the traditional login that we all know that already exists in the system. So these options provide flexibility and balance between security and ease of access, allowing candidates to choose the method they find most convenient while maintaining robust security standards. While not one of the major innovations, I am pleased to announce that screening questions is now available in the new applicant management tool, along with the option to bulk download documents. Additionally, there is now an option to hide button that allows users to revert the previous pipeline UI. These updates aim to enhance recruiters' day-to-day actions, and it's important to communicate them about them. So just like as a note, a side note. So this concludes the recruiting module, and thank you for watching. Turning to the latest onboarding updates, SAP continues to enhance the experience for managers, HR, and new hires, introducing new and exciting innovations to improve the overall onboarding processes. We are going to focus on 3 release topics, and they are initiate internal hire process using rule function, enhancements in the onboarding journey, and extension points in the onboarding process. In this release, rules can now be created to initiate the internal onboarding process based on various conditions, not just the transfer events as we are used to. For example, the onboarding process can be triggered by a change in the employee's location or other specific condition. So what are the benefits that we get with this rule? So we get to enhance flexibility in the system. You can now customize the onboarding process to respond to a wider range of scenarios beyond standard transfer events, adapting onboarding to the specific needs. And we can also increase the automation. It reduces the manual intervention, saving time for HR teams and ensuring a more consistent onboarding experience. Here I want to show you some small updates that are expected to greatly enhance the new hire experience. So we first have for the onboardees, we have the guided tours now available in the onboarding checklist, helping new hires to navigate tasks and understand what to do next. We have the task availability. New hires can now see when their next task is being loaded, eliminating confusion about when task becomes available, especially if they are not constantly checking their email. And we have also data review. New hires can now review the personal data they have provided during data collection, giving them more control and clarity over their information. The benefits I found in those enhancements is that they enhance the transparency in the onboarding process, allowing new hires to view the personal data they have submitted during data collection. Greater ease of use for new hires since they complete the onboarding process independently. Guided tours will provide clearer instructions and help them navigate the steps and improve the understanding of the process. New hires will now be able to see that the next step is in preparation and will become available to them shortly. I would like to mention that we can also find more small enhancements for the new hire in this release and also in the onboarding dashboard, so it's worth taking a look into it. Final one, but really not least, extensions in onboarding process. Now you have the option to enable extension points to manage additional onboarding tasks beyond the standard SAP SuccessFactors onboarding process. With extension points, you can add third-party background tasks to the new hire data review or personal data collection sections within the configured process in the Process Variant Manager. When an extension point is activated in these sections, all subsequent tasks are paused and remain locked until the background task is completed. For example, after the personal data collection, you could add a task for contract creation as an external process, ensuring that the remaining onboarding tasks are paused until the contract is signed. The benefits of configuring this extension point for onboarding tasks include the enhanced customization and greater flexibility, allows organizations to tailor the onboarding process to include essential company-specific tasks that are not covered in the standard SAP SuccessFactors. Organizations can incorporate third-party tools or custom processes within the onboarding workflow, making it easier to adapt the onboarding experience to specific organizational needs. And improve compliance by integrating mandatory steps such as contract signing or background checks. Companies ensure that all necessary onboarding requirements are completed before progressing, and also streamlining the task flow. Extension points help manage task dependencies, pausing other onboarding steps until critical external tasks are completed, which maintains order and reduces confusion. That wraps up my presentation, and thank you for your attention.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon, and I will be presenting the People Analytics updates. The new release in People Analytics continue to bring excitement, mostly the deprecation announcement of Table and Canvas being withdrawn. But remember that Classic Report has left us on this release, and Talent Dashboard will be deleted next year. In the table, we've described the new features. Some are particularly important to share, such as the addition of a limit to the amount of Canvas reports that can be scheduled together. But for the purpose of this webinar, we will focus on 3 key enhancements. First, the customer idea to add the match date in the Career Development Mentoring Program, the new AI-assisted skills extractions, and the most anticipated release, the Audit Trail. The first announcement is a customer idea to improve the mentoring program, which would like to use as a quick reminder to keep sending your suggestions to SAP. This enhancement is the addition of a start date to the mentor-mentee relationship. Let's see why it's important. With the addition of the match dates, having the option to measure the length of a mentoring relationship, we believe can provide insight as to if this length has any correlation to its success. Moving on to recruiting. The new section described by Jessica earlier is also available in Story. The candidate skill and application skill, which display the skills extraction status from the resume of the candidate and also shows whether the candidate or applicant validated their skill. This enhancement helps recruiter audit skill-related data for candidates and applicants to make sure that they comply with regulations. Very much anticipated improvement for the recruiting story is the addition of the Audit Trail. Let's see more details. Previously only available in table reports, now you can view in store reports either of the 4 types of audit, allowing a greater analytical capacity on the historical recruiting data. In conclusion, we see that SAP continues to improve and make Story the main reporting tool in SuccessFactors. Until then, thank you for watching.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Shapira from AKT, and I will provide a review of the latest enhancements in this second half 2024 release for SuccessFactors Learning. So first, let's have a quick view at the main enhancements that we have here. So we have the list here. There's quite a lot of enhancements, but I think we can categorize them into 2 areas. One of them, which is the first 8 enhancements that we see here, are around the new learning experience, the new homepage, the SuccessFactors Learning. So we see here that we cannot disable anymore the new learning experience. Additional enhancements to the new learning experience, which are very appropriate now that the move is being done into the new experience, and some additional enhancements like over the training reminder enhancement and the use of AI to associate skills with items. So these are the main enhancements. In our presentation today, I would like to focus on 2 areas mainly, which are the new learning experience, the new homepage, and the mapping of skills and competencies to items in various ways. So let's start with the new learning experience. So as you know, the new learning experience is available for a few releases now, but many customers, probably most of you listening here, are still working in the legacy experience, in the legacy homepage of LMS. And now SAP is pushing everyone to move to the new experience. And in this release, it is not possible anymore to hide the new experience. Most of you probably currently are using the legacy homepage only and not having even the toggle button that we see here to the new experience. Now it will not be possible anymore. You will have three options only. One option is to have only the new experience and to hide completely the legacy experience. And the other option would be to have the toggle button, and there you can decide whether your default for your users will be the new experience or the legacy experience. So in terms of our recommendation in selecting each of these like three options that we have, I would say that if you feel that the product is mature enough for you and you are ready to make the move and make the necessary actions that are required to make the move to the new experience, it is better to move completely to the new experience without the toggle button at all. But if you feel that it's too soon for you, then you can keep the toggle button and then decide whether you want to keep the legacy view as the default for your employees or the new experience as the default for your employees, with all the implications that can come from that, confusion, etc., that might happen, questions from employees. But I think many people today understand that, even in Teams and in other applications like that, that there's, the classic experience and the new experience, and people are used to that. One suggestion that we have is if you want to keep the toggle button, then we suggest that you align everyone on the same experience. So reset everyone to the new experience or reset everyone to the old experience. Let me show you how to do that. Let me move to the admin screen. Under the integrated learning settings, we can see the new page that will be in this release, which will have only three options, as I described. Hidden means that we're completely hiding the old experience. Off means that we're still keeping the legacy as default, but there is the toggle button. And on, meaning that there is a toggle button, but the new experience is the one that is on by default. Now, if you want to reset, for everyone, if you're moving from completely legacy to the new experience, then by default, it's going to be on for you. So in production, when then the release will kick in, everyone will go into the toggle button option with the default as the new experience. If you want to reset for everyone, let's say back to the legacy experience as default, then you go to hidden option, apply the changes, then set it to off and apply the changes again. It will reset everyone to the legacy experience as a default. That's one comment about how to set it up. So after we understand what are the options in terms of type of homepage, let's look at the enhancements in the new homepage itself. So I would like to show you two new enhancements. So let's start with the custom pages. So as you may know, the new experience has these banners at the top, and we have the row with the section with the custom cards that is available as well. And these replace the legacy custom tiles, right? And now what we have in this release, which is new, are custom pages. If you remember in the legacy experience, we had the option of having custom pages. For example, here, the main page is My Learning, and then we can have the recommended page, okay, which can include additional tiles. Now, in the new experience, we have the parallel for that, which is the custom pages. We can reach it from here, from the main menu of the new experience. For example, I created for us a custom page called Our Company. And here we have, a new page. We have a banner at the top, and we have sections. And what's nice here is now that we can have more than one row of sections. You can see we can have up to 6 sections like that, each of them with up to 8 tiles. So we can put a lot of content here, which can be very useful. On the other hand, you can see that it's only banners and custom cards. We cannot put in the custom page any standard tiles or any standard functionality. It's all the custom banners and cards. So this is very, very useful. And I think when you plan your move from the legacy experience to the new experience, you have to plan how to map all of your current custom tiles in the legacy experience to the new custom cards that we see here, and maybe using also this custom page. By the way, you can create multiple pages like that. So you're not limited just to one page. we can create additional pages similar to that. One point that you have to keep in mind, since this is a relatively new feature, there are some small hiccups still. For example, if you set up these cards, they will be available also on the main page, okay, which can be a bit weird because we don't want to have a different content in the custom page. So there is a workaround for that if needed, which is documented by SAP. You simply need to disable all the cards in the system. Then first of all, enable the first 8 cards that you want to see in the main homepage, and only then enable the others that should appear here, and this will be fine. I'm sure in the next patches or releases, SAP will sort this out and this workaround will not be needed. So this is custom pages. So this is very, very exciting, and I think this completes, the last mile of changes that we need in order to move to the new experience. Another feature that I like to highlight is the new team view or the new manager view. The manager view is accessible from the main page, as was in the previous release also, from here, from the main menu. If we click team view, you will see that now we have a new experience for the manager, which looks very nice, looks much better aligned with the new experience that we have on the main homepage. And here, for example, there is a manager with 3 employees, and you can see that Chris Evans is appearing at the top because his learning needs attention, because he has some overdue learning, while the others don't have this overdue learning. So the sorting, the order of the employees in this team view is by the need of attention, how much required learning do they have and how much are they overdue. So this is very nice and can focus the manager on the right things. Whenever we click an employee, then we see their learning. And again, here, this is set up in a way that is aligned with the main page. So the learning is split into required learning, important learning, and investing myself. Okay, so if you remember, required learning is for learning that was assigned to the employee, that is typically mandatory. Important learning is things that were assigned but are not mandatory, and investing myself are learnings that the employee assigned to themselves. So this is nicely aligned. Other things that we can see here, we have the options of managing assignments, adding to history, and managing enrollment of employees to classes. So this is nice. So this keeps relatively, in alignment with what we have in the legacy experience. Also from here, we can view the history and assign alternate managers. But what's nice that we have here, which is new, is sending of reminders. So this is something that we didn't have previously. So now on demand, the manager can send a reminder for a specific employee, or if you do it from the main page to multiple employees, reminding them of any pending learning that is still there. So if I click this send reminder, Chris Evans will receive an email with a list of all 9, like 2 + 7 items that are pending for him to complete, which is a very, very nice announcement. So I'm sure your employees and managers will enjoy this page. So this is it about the new experience as the main changes there. I'd like to also show you another announcement, as I said, around the mapping of skills and competencies to items. So let's highlight the new learning experience first. So in this release, what is the main news is that it's not possible anymore to hide the new experience. You have to have the new experience either as the only experience or as one of the 2 options in the toggle button. Okay, so you can control whether it's the only one or the default is the new or the default is the old, but these are the only options that you have. In addition to that, there are some enhancements that were made in the experience itself. And the main one, which is very nice, is the custom cards. So if you remember in the main page, you have banners and you have custom cards in the new experience. Now, SAP added also the option for a custom page. Okay, so if we look at the custom page that we can reach from the main menu, this is an example of custom page called Our Company. It has a banner. It has a few sections of cards. It can have up to 6 sections of 8 cards. So you can put a lot of content in this page, and this can replace any custom pages that you already have in your legacy experience or something new that you want to create now that you have that option. You can also create multiple custom pages like that. So this is very, very useful. and very recommended to explore. And if you're making the move from legacy to new experience for this release, then you'll have to do this mapping from the old custom files to the new cards, and maybe using custom pages as well. Another thing that is added in this release is a new facelift for the manager view. So if you go to the manager view, now it's called by default team view, you will see that the look and feel is different. It's much more aligned with the new experience. A few enhancements that we see here. First of all, the list of employees is sorted by default by the ones that first need attention. So the ones that have overdue or training. So they will appear first and the others will appear after that. And another nice enhancement that we can see here is the option to send a reminder. So now the manager will have the option to send a reminder per employee. So for example, if the manager can see that Chris now has these 2 overdue items, okay, so they can send a reminder, and this will send a reminder about all the pending items for Chris by an email notification. Okay, so this is in addition to the regular expiration notification and reminders that we typically have on a periodical basis. The send reminder will happen immediately, and we'll send the email at that point in time. Other than that, there is mostly parity with what we had in the legacy view, the option to manage assignments, manage enrollment, view the history, etc. I'd like to also show you another enhancement, as I said, around the mapping of skills and competencies to items. I know that probably many of you are not yet working with skills and competencies in LMS. In the past, it was possible to work with competencies and capabilities later on in the evolution of SuccessFactors Learning, but I know many of customers are not using it yet. Now the Talent Intelligence Hub is part of the platform, and there is more attention in the product to skills, competencies, and other attributes of the employees. Maybe it's a good time to start considering using that in SuccessFactors Learning as well. So just as a highlight, I want to explain the context. We have 3 ways of mapping skills and competencies to your learning items in the LMS. One option is doing it manually. So if you access any item as admin and go to the attribute section for that item, then you will see that you can add attributes, map attributes to that item, which means that if the employee completes this item, he will gain proficiency in the system in some attribute, which can be a skill, competency, or any other attribute, like language, experience, and other things. So this is very useful. So if we want to do that manually, this existed also in previous lists. So you can just select from the list of attributes that exist in the platform and add that. And you can also control, if you like, the proficiency level that is gained for each of these competencies. Okay, so that's one option that you have, that you already existed. The new things that we can see here in the new release are doing this. The new thing that we see in this new release is the option to upload skills and competencies to map them to items in SuccessFactors Learning, as well as using AI-based inferred skills import. So let's start with the batch skills and competency import. So this can be done using the connector. So if you have hundreds of items in your system and you want to now map, at least for some of them, you want to map some skills and competencies and other attributes, it's very, very simple because you can use a connector. So if I'm going to the connectors area in the admin interface, I can download connector template for doing this job exactly. So I can select the item connector, and under the item connector, there is the option for skills import and competencies import. Let's take, for example, the competencies import. So after downloading the template for mapping competencies to items, you can see that we can map an item by item ID and item tag to some competency with the competency ID that we can take from the Talent Intelligence Hub, and even specify what's going to be the rating, the proficiency rating attained by completing this item. Okay, and then if we load this connector file to the system, it will make that mapping. And of course, we can do that in one batch to many items at once. It's also possible to attach multiple competencies to the same item, etc. So this is possible as well. Just one tip here: if you make this upload, it is required that you also put a regular item connector file together in SFTP when you do the load. So first you have to prepare a very simple item connector file just with the item ID, item type, domain, and then put that together in the folder with this competency mapping file. And the same way you can do for skills. One point to keep in mind, it's possible only for skills and competencies, not for any other attribute types, like any custom types, like languages, etc., at least for now. So this is the second option. And the third option for AI-based inferred skills import, if you have AI points, so if you have the license for using AI capabilities in the system in general, then you will be able to use these points also for inferring skills for your items, which is very interesting. It means that you can use an import file to specify which items would you like the system to infer which skills are related to the items automatically by looking at the item title and description. And once you import it, the system will look at the description and the title of the item, try to infer what kind of skills are related to it, then search the attributes library in Talent Intelligence App to find the matching attribute. And if this is found, the attribute will be mapped to that item. So that way, if you have a large amount of items in your system, you can let the system tag your items automatically with the relevant skills that you already prepared in your attributes library. Now, the way to do that is actually before you do the import, you should do an export of data, okay? Because that will give you the template that you use in order to do the import. The way to do it is to select the skills inference items option, click next. Then you can select the items that you want to the system to infer their skills. So you don't have to do it on all items. You can pick and choose if you like, or you can choose all of them. That's also a possibility. So for example, we can take this item and then we go next and we will do an export. So what the system will do, it will export a file with a simple list of the items that we want the system to infer their skills. We can then go back to export data page and download the file that was just exported. Okay, so in this case, this is the file that was created. Now, if we want the system to infer this skill, we simply import it back to the system, and the system will try to infer skills for this item. So, so this is like the more advanced type of mapping skills to items. So we had the manual, we had the batch, and we had the AI-based. One point to keep in mind that the AI-based currently works on skills only. So it will only map skills to the item, not competencies in other attribute types. So I think these are very exciting times now in SuccessFactors Learning with the new learning experience. That now is the time to push forward, to move to that, and start looking at mapping skills and competencies to items. So I hope this was useful for you, and I hope you enjoy the product. Thank you very much.
Greetings everyone, I am Shweta. I am thrilled about the chance of presenting the new most significant enhancement in second half of 2024 release for the talent modules, introducing the performance, goals, career development planning, and succession. So we will start with the performance and goals. Here in the performance and goals, we have introduced a lot of enhancement in all subdomains of performance and goals, including the user interface, the more AI supported functionalities, and some features which will involve us for better user enhancement. So today we will be focusing on the goal alignment and customization, streamlining the matrix management in continuous performance, and AI-driven insights in 360 deals. We will start with the goal alignment and customization. This is a newly implemented linking capability for goals. If you are on your own goal plan, you can simply click on the link goal and on a goal card and follow the straightforward prompts to add the goals with another employee's goals. If you are working with other employees' goal plan, you can choose link with mine on their goal card and complete same as the provided steps. These features enable the users to develop a connection between their performance objective and those of their colleagues. Also, now managers can copy goals from source goal plans to the other employees, whether they are on the legacy goal management or in the latest one. So basically, we have some benefits of this enhancement, like it fosters the collaboration and the efficiency, enabling managers and employees to quickly replicate the essential goals across the team members for the plan. This enhancement also guarantees the visibility of everyone, which can see within the team goals. This streamlines goal setting experience, saves times, and ensures the uniformity across the stream objective. Lastly, it facilitates the tracking for the progress of the leaders and the contributors by simplifying the management of the aligned objectives. The next one is streamlining the metrics management in the continuous performance part. So now admin have that option to enable the matrix manager and the matrix report to be shown in the channels by default. It is important to note that this option is unchecked by default, which enables the organization to tailor it according to their demands. So when we enable this option, we can get 1:1 channels like this, the matrix managers, the direct reports, the matrix reports. All this will be automatically created without duplicating any other existing channels. So this process is also seamless, reducing manual setup for the administrators and users. We have introduced the new channel organizations and some avatar visibility for improvements also. So basically, this enhancement reduced the manual effort for setting up communication channels between the matrix and the others, and enhance the organizations within the matrix relationship. Disabling these features ensured that no data loss, but it reclassified the channels for the continuous use. This channel list has been organized into the active and the hidden categories with up to 6 categories. So user can now easily locate the channel based on their different job relationship. Now we will move to the next slide. So this is the AI-driven insights for the 360 reviews. This AI is a revolutionary way we conduct for the benefits from 360 reviews. We can see all the details here. This feature generates the participants' feedback to provide a comprehensive understanding for both overall performance and the critical skills or the competencies. We can see we have the customer focus, the insights, the suggestions for improvement, and the summary sections also. So basically, we get all the topics in one way, which will be AI driven. This summary highlights of strengths and weakness, and we have the recommendation for improvements also. This generate insight buttons is conjunction with the view all remarks link that can offer a summary of ratings and feedback. And then we have that option to print it as well. We have that option to choose that AI enabled insight while we PDF print setup. To activate these capabilities, organization must ensure that they have an active AI unit license, that AI service enabled administration is enabled, and their 360 review options are configured correctly. So benefits of this enhancement is like offers a more comprehensive analysis for employees' performance, highlighting the areas for improvement and strength. It optimizes the process for many managers by automating the synthesis of feedback, thereby saving time. that helps the development of individuals and provide guidance for meaningful improvement and strategies. These advancements lead to more informed, data-driven conversations and growth strategies. Now we will move to the succession and the development part. Like other modules also, we have introduced some major enhancement in the career development planning to accelerate the career growth, increase the enhancement, and obviously to shorten the time. So today we will be focusing on maximizing the career development with AI-assisted insight, unlocking the potential with the new career worksheet, and expanding the accessibility with enhanced role readiness forms. Here we have the option to maximizing the career development with AI-assisted insight. This AI-assisted career insights are groundbreaking features for employees to assist in tracking their career development pathways. These features provide employees with actionable insight to assist them to pursue their desired positions. Here from the career growth plan, we can see if we have a new career worksheet options. In the new career worksheet version, we can see that we have the growth portfolio options. We can see top matches. We can see next career moves, the trending roles, and roles for people like you. Each section offers up to 16 role suggestions based on the factors such as skills, jobs, family, the open position. Additionally, the chart view allows users to visually explore their career path. So when we go to the career path option, we can see the user can switch between the roles suggested to them, or they can switch to the existing roles they are in. Like here in the career path, we are seeing that there is a personal recommendation for each one. So the personal recommendation is based on the factors such as math skills, job, family, career progression opportunities, option positions, and even the role popularity. Additionally, user can switch between the current roles to get suggestions tailored in the different career options. So benefits of this enhancement is basically the accelerated career growth, like we already told. It has increased enhancements for the employees, and this is a streamlined process for initiating the growth for the employees without affecting this much, without investing too much time to what they want to learn or what they want to need. In addition to that, the development code that also can be created by the AI by default, or employee can choose to select it on their own. The next one is expanding the accessibility with enhanced role readiness form. Earlier, only the employee himself has the option to launch the role readiness form for them. But now, based on other roles, such roles like the HR or the manager, they can launch the role readiness forms to evaluate the readiness for employees' desired roles. So basically, this will this options like exclusively available to employees now, as this is available to the management also. This feature is like delimiting the gaps between the employees and the management process. So this will benefit the most, this will ensure a more structured and collaborative approach for the role readiness career progression, benefiting both the employee and the management to initiate these forms. So in summary, we can say we are creating a streamlined process for initiating role readiness assessment. We are routing this form automatically, and all this updated career planning, this enhancement support for employees, it updates, make it easier for the user to explore a variety of career options, empowering them make to inform the decisions about their career progressions, and user can clearly see the next step and understand how they can move forward within their organizations with different roles. So this was all about the succession and development. Thank you so much for being with me, and let's move on to the other topics for the further enhancements.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sadem. I'm a compensation senior consultant, and today we'll take a look together on compensation H2 2024 release news, which I do consider interesting and useful. I've prepared these slides, so we do have like 3 or 4 news or enhancements we'll take a look on together. So please let me show you. This is the summary, let's say. So we do have one news regarding or related to executive review based on the route map. The second one is compensation statement editor. And the third one is open budget or instruction panel by default. These 3 items I do consider to be very useful from the user, admin, and also from a consultant perspective. So let me start with the first one, with the executive review feature. So currently, we do have more options how to maintain the permissions for executive review access and how it works now. So we do have the option, as you can see in here, we do have the option to turn on the route map step based permissions. You can enable it in manage company settings, and then within your plan, you do have the option to define in which steps the executive review will be possible to use. So you can restrict some steps to use the executive review. This is based on enhancement ticket. So many clients ask for that. So currently we do have this option. You just need to have the relevant permissions. So we need to also amend the role-based permissions. But anyway, then, as I said, you do have the option to restrict the step permission. So it means we can take, for example, the 4th step in the route map, call it the executive review step, and only within this step, managers or HR managers will be able to open the executive review and see all the data there. The next feature or the next enhancement is related to compensation statement. This might looks like a small enhancement, but from configuration perspective or from process perspective, this is a really huge improvement. Originally or previously, when you try to move the statement between the instances, for example, from test environment to production environment, you had to open 2 screens, both the instances, both the systems, and manually copy everything, manually transfer the statement templates. So there's been a huge amount of mistakes which sometimes happen. So this should prevent all these, because of currently you do have the option to export the XML template and just import it into the target system. So it means it's automatically done. It's just like copy paste the template. And that's also a new feature. The template will be editable via the UI after you will copy paste it into the target instance. Previously, we had the option to export the XML, but once we import it in the target instance, it was not editable anymore via the UI. So currently it is. So this is really time-saving feature, and also it will prevent some manual issues or mistakes. The last enhancement is focused on budget and instruction panels to be displayed by default on the form. From my point of view, it will be really nice to use this feature because of when manager opens the form or the HR manager opens the form, the budget or instruction panel is already displayed without any need to click in on the budget window or on instruction button, and then everything is displayed by default and is visible immediately. You can see the overall budget, you can see the spend and the remaining budget, everything on place from the beginning of the process. So these were the 3 main enhancements provided by SAP for compensation, which I really do like, and I think it's really useful for all of the clients and also for us as implementation partners. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Hello, I'm Ron Shapiro from AKT, and I would like to present to you our review of the main enhancements that we have for Talent Intelligence Hub and Opportunity Marketplace for the second half 2024 release. So as usual, in the last few releases, there's a lot of new things going on in these areas of talent intelligence Hub and opportunity marketplace. These are just a sample of the main enhancements that we're seeing. Some of them are related to the Talent Intelligence Hub and Growth Portfolio side, and the others are more related to the Opportunity Marketplace, and specifically on assignments. What I'd like to focus on today are three enhancements. One from the Talent Intelligence Hub and Growth Portfolio area, which is the AI-assisted skill recommendations from Continuous Performance. And the other two from Opportunity Marketplace, specifically on assignments, on the option for administrators to manage this feature, and also the addition of email notifications in Opportunity Marketplace assignments. So let's start with AI-assisted skill recommendations from Continuous Performance Management data. So when you think about it, where do attributes come from, and where do attribute recommendations to specific employees in Growth Portfolio coming from? So they can come by uploading a set of a library of skills into the system, or using the AI-assisted skill architecture creation feature to create in batch a lot of skills from your job profile data. And also in terms of Growth Portfolio, the recommendations to employees on which skills to use can come from learning, they can come from the performance form that were filled, but we're also looking at more ongoing types of inputs. And I think continuous performance management is a great place to fetch this kind of data, because employees are using it in the ongoing by creating achievements and activities and getting and receiving feedback. So a lot of data and content is there. So if we enable this feature that we see here, and by the way, of course, as all AI features, it requires a special license of AI points. If you enable it and the employee, for example, is writing about business communication as part of one achievement or activity they are working on, then this is going to automatically go into the attributes library. So if business communication, which is the inferred skill in this case, already existed, then nothing will happen, okay, because it's already there. But if it's new to the attributes library, then it will be automatically created as an inferred skill. Okay, so in that way, we think about it, we can get like a stream of new attributes coming from the continuous performance module. Once an inferred attribute is created, it's typically, we're talking about skills, then they are not fully active yet. So they are written as active, but they're not really active. So the process that we recommend is let's say on a weekly basis, you can review all the inferred skills in the attributes library in Talent Intelligence Hub. The ones that you accept, you just leave them active. The ones that you don't like, you can make them into inactive. And then you go and run a background process for a job to update inferred to confirmed, which will review all the active inferred competencies and will make them into confirmed. A confirmed skill is a regular skill that can use in the Growth Portfolio as well, and in any other part of the application. So this is an example of an inferred skill for a specific employee that then the employee can add to their Growth Portfolio. So that's how the loop ends. So we both created a new attribute, and the employee can add that recommended attribute to their Growth Portfolio. So this closes the loop. I think this is a very nice enhancement for Talent Intelligence Hub and Growth Portfolio. Moving on to our two examples around Opportunity Marketplace assignments. So the first one is now the ability for administrators to have visibility into the assignments. Up until now, it was only the assignment owners and the applicants into that assignment, into that opportunity, were able to see, have visibility into the assignment. Now, administrators have that as well, so they can monitor, they can even add co-owners to the assignment if they like. So this is a very nice enhancement for admins. Another enhancement that is related to assignments is the addition of email notifications. So until now, if someone is applying to an assignment and is getting approved for it, then they have to know, what is the start and end time for these assignments. Now it's possible to set up global notifications for start time and end time of the assignment. So this brings everyone into more clarity on when the assignment is happening. And again, strengthening this capability, I'm reminding you that assignments are part of opportunity marketplace. So in opportunity marketplace, there are more like structured, regular opportunities coming from learning, from career worksheet, from internal recruiting, etc. But also the option of assignment. So I think this is another step in making the assignments a really good option for organizations. And in general, I guess this is only the beginning for Talent Intelligence Hub and opportunity marketplace. Not a lot of customers yet move to it, but this is starting to achieve momentum. So I think it's worth checking out these new features. So thank you. That's it for Talent Intelligence Hub and Opportunity Marketplace for this release.